Hello again, I am Blunty. Just wanted to squeeze out a video for YouTube real quick while I'm setting up this morning for my weekend streams. We always stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you didn't know that, over on twitch.tv/BluntNate. But as I was setting up, I was just looking through some Pokemon stuff. There's been a little more information released about how the shiny hunting stuff works, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about an article I found about the sales figures of Pokemon. They've just been released from Pokemon companies themselves, and this ties into the video I put up yesterday, which was originally cut out from my original review of the game, in which I talk about how you shouldn't listen to the haters, all the raging going out there. And this is the clearest and most irrefutable evidence yet that this vocal minority, these screeching haters, most visibly and infamously, of course, the Reddit Pokemon subreddit things. If you went there leading up to launch and during the week of launch, it was just flooded with negativity. Like almost every single post was something whining and bitching and complaining and raging and shaking their fist at Game Freak. And that might give you the impression that the entirety of the player base was just really furious about these games. And it's just not true. This is just a pure, beautiful example of this being the vocal minority. These people do not represent the player base. These people do not represent the fan base as a whole. In no way do they represent that, because guess what? Pokemon Sword and Shield are now at least tied for the very best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch already. 6 million copies over the first weekend. Despite this allegedly massive boycott from the user base, all being angry about Dexit and Game Freak Live and all that sort of stuff, despite all that, it's still sold, let me get this number right, 1.36 million physical units in Japan alone. Yes, Street Sweeper, this is the perfect time to come along when I'm trying to rush out a video before my stream. Thank you. This isn't disruptive at all. I'm just going to wait for that to go away. So that 1.36 million physical copies in Japan has now beat out Smash Bros. Ultimate as the fastest selling Switch game in Japan. And this is physical copies. I keep saying physical. I keep emphasizing physical because more and more of us are buying our games. I certainly bought it digitally. So that number doesn't even represent, that 1.36 million doesn't even represent the player base in Japan as it stands. So upon reading this news and before recording this video, I took a quick poke around, and sure enough, there are all these haters, the people who sort of review bombed the Metacritic score and things like that before even playing the game, just based on their impotent rage. So furious about it. They review, who cares about review bombing anymore? Does anyone take Metacritic seriously anymore? Really? Anybody? Bueller? No? But they're so filled with rage and defensiveness, and now they're shifting the goalposts around in desperation because they've been proven to be the vocal minority. And they're really upset about it. And they're all, it doesn't matter if this is the best-selling one. When the next one comes out, we'll see. When the next one comes out, all the backlash will finally build up from this because people will see it's a bad game. Oh, really? Is it? Have you read the reviews? How many bad reviews have you found? Oh, wait. You can go check. What's the percentage? Bad review, good review from both, community people and big sites like IGN and all that sort of stuff. What's the balance there on the game being reviewed badly versus the game being reviewed how you think it should be reviewed? Gee, I wonder who's the vocal minority here. It might be time for you to shut up. You don't represent the Pokemon community. You never have done. You're just louder than the people who are enjoying the game, because we're not screeching online. Well, most of them aren't screeching on. I might be a little bit. That's because I'm an influencer. But of course, that's the whole thing about the vocal minority. People who are angry about stuff are not playing it. They're screeching about it. People who are wonderfully happy with it they're playing it. They don't have time to go be screechy. They're just having fun with a good game that they like and enjoy. So I just wanted to, like I said, squeeze out a video real quick just to shine an even harsher light on what I said in yesterday's video. Do not listen to these hater train riders. Their voices do not represent the overwhelming majority of players. Their opinions are all but irrelevant, and absolutely the way in which they express any given disappointment. And like I said in yesterday's video, criticism is not inherently bad. It's good to criticize. And I had a few criticisms in my own extended big long review. There was several parts of that where I said, well, that's a bit bad, that's completely bad. But I like this bit, that's what a review is for. Look at the good and bad and balance it out. But in yesterday's video, I was talking about the way in which these people are expressing their disappointment with any given choice and decision or mechanic in the game. You don't matter. You're an idiot child. Go away. It's time for your okay boomer moment. Don't be so mad that other people are liking a game you think you shouldn't like because Game Freak lied. Ah! Yeah, name me a publisher who doesn't lie, by the way. Thanks for watching. I'm Blunty. I'll catch you next time. See you on the stream.